Tanisha. Today we're going to be talking about Taylor Swift's latest tour, the Eras Tour. She started her tour on March 17th in Glendale, and it's going to end November 23rd in Toronto. Now let's go to Mallory, who's going to be talking to Miss Conrad about her experience.
Thank you, Tanisha. I'm Mallory here with Miss Conrad, and we're going to be talking about the Eras Tour. So, Miss Conrad, did you go to the Eras Tour?
I did go to the Eras Tour. I went to Gillette Stadium night 3, Sunday night.
If you could change anything about your experience, would you?
Not about the actual concert experience. I would change the ticket purchasing experience, definitely.
So how was your experience at the Eras Tour?
My experience was really great. I had really good seats despite the Ticketmaster issues. And everyone there was really polite and friendly. The people that worked there were really awesome. I made friendship bracelets and traded my friendship bracelets. So that was really fun. I had a great time. I was honestly really tired by the end. It was a very long show compared to other shows I've been to, but it was good.
Thank you for your time. Now to Sharmeen, who's talking to her friend Sarah.
Okay, thanks Valerie. I'm here today with Sarah, who's going to talk about her experience at the tour. So my first question is, what made you want to go to this particular tour?
I have adored Taylor Swift my entire life, ever since I was a very small child, and I had never seen her in concert before, and I've been dying to go see her, and this was honestly just a wonderful opportunity because it was every album that she's ever made being performed.
Yeah, that sounds great. Congrats. What was your experience with the seating arrangements? Like, was it too crowded or?
It was very crowded, but honestly, it wasn't that bad, at least in my opinion, for being such a big venue, big concert. It was in a really big stadium. I can't remember which one.
Gillette?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was in
so.
Foxborough. Yeah.
Then yeah, and it wasn't too bad. Like I got there pretty early to get to my seat,
That's good.
and so yeah, the experience wasn't bad.
Was the traffic crazy though?
The traffic was crazy, so we parked in a parking lot, kind of away from the stadium, so we would have to walk 10 minutes to get there, which honestly was a way better choice than having to try and get out of the stadium traffic with how crowded that was.
Yeah, that's a good thing you did that. Is there a specific moment that you come back to that you witnessed at the tour?
All of the time. There are quite a few songs, or there are a couple songs that make me really emotional, and seeing them played out, with one of them was Marjorie, where she's playing the piano and there's the big tree and all the kind of lights flying down.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, and it made me want to cry. It was just the whole thing. It was such a roller coaster of emotions because it was super hyped, and then it was kind of sad, and then it was hyped again because it was awesome.
Yeah, judging from what I saw in the media, I could only imagine. That sounds amazing though. And last but not least, I'm sure you heard about the movie that's coming out. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm so excited. I've seen the other movies that have been made about her experience as an artist and making music and stuff like that, and the stories behind them, and I adore it. And I know a lot of the time when music artists make these kind of movies, or they're more documentaries or whatever, but I feel I'm super excited because I feel it'll be more of a story than a documentary, because it'll be because it's about the Eras Tour, it's about all of her eras as a person and how she's grown from debut all the way to Midnights and the adaptations from that, and buying back her own sound and her own voice from the man who basically tried to sell her soul away.
Oh yeah.
So honestly, super excited for it.
Can't wait for that. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, Sarah. You had amazing answers. So for our last interview, we are going to go back to Mallory, who is going to be interviewing her sister.
I'm Mallory Brosnihan here with Caroline. You went to the One Direction Where We Are tour. How was your experience?
I really enjoyed it. Personally, for me, it was my first concert ever, so even our seats were very high up in the nosebleeds, but it didn't take away from the experience at all. And as most people know, the band's not together anymore, so it holds a very special place in my heart.
Did you get a chance to see the Where We Are tour film?
I did. It was a Christmas present for me, I think, so many years ago when it came out.
Would you say the film was a good representation of your own personal experience at the tour?
I feel like it was. It was cool to see a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff from the film, but I think it accurately represented my experience.
Thank you for your time today.
Thank you to Mallory and Sharmeen, and thank you so much to Miss Conrad, Sarah, and Caroline for awesome interviews. I'm really glad they all enjoyed their experience. This is Tanisha, and that's all for today. Thanks for listening.